Hello everybody. So today I thought I would do a sketchbook tour because I have two sketchbooks that I finished, and since I have two, I can really like split that up in two halves, have two videos or two separate weeks or maybe in the same day, I don't know. And since sketchbook tours get a lot of views, I thought I'd hop on the bandwagon. And also, I don't think I've ever done a sketchbook tour, mainly because I've never finished a sketchbook. So let's get into it. So the first thing I would like to do is apologize for the unorthodox setup. I don't have a tripod right now, so this is the best thing you're gonna get. So this sketchbook I got in February of last year. It was a gift, and I finished it in about a year, a little over than a year, and I've never finished a sketchbook, and until my second sketchbook I never, since I never finished one, you can't really set a record. Anyway, the point is, I finished this guy, and as you can see, it's a skeezy, someone will correct me, it's a Fabriano Academia sketchbook, and it's really nice. It has really thick pages, which I love, and also has like slight texture, and I usually don't like texture in my pages, but this it's really good. Oh, what was that? It has really good texture. So the first thing I have here is sort of a sketch for a character named Donovan, and he's based on blanks. He makes YouTubes. Wow, okay, boomer. He makes YouTube videos. He makes music, and I saw this picture of him in a windbreaker, and I drew this. I'm not sure if I drew the pose or if like this was based on an Instagram picture of his, but either way, that's his face, that's him, that's a couple of accessories, that's a crumpled up money, what's it called? Bill. It's a bill. Anyway, so that's Donovan. And the next page is in contrast, was gonna be a character called Enzo, and I never really expand on it, but just like, this is Enzo, he's a sad little boy, he plays guitar, that's supposed to be a guitar pick, and I never really expanded on it, but I just might, so let me know if you guys wanna see a video about my OCs. The next page is this guy, and I think I based him on, is his name like Harry Floyd? The guy who plays Viserys in Game of Thrones Season 1. And I based him on that, but I also like changed some things up. So this was supposed to be Rivian, who's one of my OCs for my book, actually. And I do have a face claim that's not Harry Floyd, but I also want to try to give him like an original sort of face, so that's what I ended up with. And I actually really like this. This next page is Ana de Armas in Blade Runner, and this guy whose name I can't remember, he was in the Black Mirror interactive episode, and he was also in Dunkirk, and that over there is a chocolate stain. I swear to God, this is a chocolate stain. But yeah, this is sort of the time when I sort of established my style. Like, I could see that, oh, this is sort of where my art goes. Like, I saw common characteristics in my art, just like a fun fact, but I generally seem to do like cartoonish versions of people, just simplify shapes and stuff, so fun fact, I guess. This page is another incomplete page. As you can see, that's supposed to be Jesse Eisenberg, and that's supposed to be Jake Gyllenhaal. But this wasn't supposed to be like finished. It was just to see how much I could do in a very small span of time. So how well I could get a person's likeness in just a few minutes, and I guess I just never finished them, but I might go back and do that. This is an unfinished drawing of Joel Kinnaman. I only really started doing his face and stuff. This is when I got back into realism actually, because there was a phase where I really liked drawing faces like in a realistic style, and I wanted to try again, just to be curious if I could still do it and if I can do it better. And I actually never ended up finishing it, but I quite like the unfinished thing. I really like his nose. It's a fabulous schnoz you got there, Joel. This was based on a picture I found on Instagram, and I just loved this girl's hair, just like how floofy it is, and like just the shape of it. So this was really an exercise in not only getting the likeness of her face down really quickly, but also the hair, and studying like the shape of hair and how it gives like a person their like face, if that makes sense. This was a quick sketch that I later just like finished up and like cleaned up, but it's also based on a dress I saw on Instagram. It's a really pretty yellow dress. I'll put it up here. It's a really pretty yellow dress, and for once I was like, you're not gonna draw faces, you're gonna practice your anatomy, and you can't really see, but you can't really see the shapes that I did underneath, but you're gonna practice your anatomy, you're gonna practice like drawing folds and all that stuff in different materials. And I actually just really loved drawing this dress, and just it's a really pretty dress. This was made with markers and pencils, I believe, and it's based on, again, a photo I found on Instagram. Here it's supposed to be like cut off because that's where the picture ends, but I really like this. I never uploaded it because it's based on a photo. It's not really it doesn't really differ from the original photo. It was just more like a me trying to have fun thing and just working stuff out. It's actually one of the first few times I think I used colored pencil with markers, and that's when I guess it was the beginning of me using that technique. This next drawing is of Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a bit weird. Now that I look back on it, the proportions are weird. His chin looks really odd, but like if you just like cover it up, I'm really proud of the fact that it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. I only use like gray tones and like markers and stuff, and pencil, and back over with pencil because I didn't have certain markers. And I really like the flatness of the shirt as well, how it doesn't have like any real shading in it. And I really enjoy the eyes. I just really like this style. And this is like, you're gonna see like the next drawing as well was another attempt at doing this sort of style. And just me realizing again that this is where like I wanted to take my art. This is a drawing of Ewan McGregor in Trainspotting. I really like that movie, and I really like this drawing. Like I feel like everything went well in this drawing, to the pencil mixing it with the marker, just the eyes, the hair, the fact that I was able to sort of like what's the word? Transmit? Display? Either way, I was able to draw like the short hair and do this like gradient thing. Hold on, I'll zoom in. Do that like gradient thing that looks really nice and gives it dimension. This was supposed to be another one of those drawings, but I never finished it. It's Elizabeth Olsen, who I think is like just absolutely gorgeous. I love Scarlet Witch. I love all of her acting roles, and I just think she's really pretty. This I think it was a while after like the last few drawings, because I abandoned the sketchbook for a while and started doing like drawings just on normal pieces of A5 paper. But this is where it sort of gets a bit more cartoony, and it's Tom Holland and Spider-Man, and I like it. It's not finished obviously, but I really like it. But there are some things I could definitely improve upon. Like that eye is just what is that doing? The nose could be a bit better, but overall, like, I think I like it. This next drawing is also based on an Instagram photo, and I think I just did this between class. Like I was bored, I went on Pinterest and I just drew a thing. I never finished it, but I really liked the image. I thought it was pretty, so there you go. Oh Lord, okay. These are two OCs from my book. This was an attempt. That's all I have to say. This wasn't exactly an OC. It was more like, it started as an outfit idea. I like the idea of like blue overalls and like a rainbow shirt, like a ribbed rainbow shirt. And I just had the idea of drawing a person in that outfit and just not making her an OC because she doesn't have a name or anything, but just making the outfit come to life. Seeing how it would look. And I really like this drawing actually, and I might make her an OC. I don't know. I just I like this drawing. This is also another drawing of that same OC, but I didn't complete it, except this time like I would add rainbow socks. But I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I think I would ruin it by finishing it. Oh God. Okay, you can see definitely when, like, what drawings I put a lot of thought into beforehand and what drawings I didn't. Like, this was just like an attempt. I think I was like, I'm gonna do an exclusively, like, just use exclusively colored pencils. And oh boy, this paper without any like markers underneath without any markers underneath the colored pencils, it just looks weird. Like without any flat color, it just looks really weird, looks really grainy. As you can see, it was an attempt at doing a spider sona, but I don't really like it. So we're just gonna skip this. And here's another drawing of Jake Gyllenhaal. This was actually I think it still is my profile picture on Twitter. And I really like this picture. I think Jake Gyllenhaal just has a lot of crack energy, and I just love that about him. So I thought I'd draw him. And it kind of looks like a Disney-esque like style, and I haven't noticed that until now, but it looks like really good, and I really like it. Okay, so as you're gonna see, the end of the sketchbook is like sort of like mainly for thumbnails, which is what I use the end of my sketchbook for. I'll just like flip to the last few pages to see how like the markers react on paper and the colors and stuff. And this was one of those pages. This was me planning for a future drawing. This is my pork soda drawing, which is up on my Instagram if you want to see the final thing. And this was based on, this was supposed to be a future drawing, based on a picture I found on Pinterest of this girl, except I was gonna apply the colors, like this blue, this pink, and this like yellow, to do like an interesting like lighting thing, because this is actually like windows, what are they called? Curtains. They're like plastic curtains, like the reflection, the light coming through. So I thought that was like a really good concept for a drawing. I actually never ended up doing it, but I think I might do it digitally just because it might be easier. But yeah. Oh, this was a drawing I did. Like it took like 5 minutes. There was no like reference image. I was just really bored, and her eyes are wonky, Jesus Christ. But I was just bored and I just wanted to draw, and so this is what you get when I'm bored, I guess. This was also another reference image, but I don't think she was naked. I think she was clothed, and I'm the one who's like want to practice her anatomy, so I took off her clothes. That's what she said. And did the anatomy all by itself, and I quite like it. I quite like her face and her hair too. Oh my god, okay. This is unfinished. It's supposed to, again, be based on a Pinterest image. I'll put it up here. I never finished it. I might, I don't know. I just, oh my god, it looks really weird. It looks like sick. I mean, the original picture also looks kind of sick, but either way, that's that. Ooh, this is a thumbnail for a painting I'm doing, actually, based on my dog, because I have 2 dogs. This is Oscar, and I have this picture of him where he's posing like this, and he often does this, and I always think of the painting, The Girl with the Pearl Earring. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to paint him as the girl with the pearl earring? So this was like a thumbnail to see how the painting would look like in the end, and if I should do like the original, like just cut up here, or like do the entire body. And I actually decided on doing the entire body, and I actually include a photo of a progress shot of the painting in here, right here, to see how it's going. This is another sketches of more Pinterest images. I'll try to find them. I'll link my Pinterest board in the thing down below, because I do have quite a lot of reference images, and you guys could use them, I guess, so I'll put it down below. This is a sticker. These are drawings for future stickers that I actually ended up making already. But yeah, if you don't know, I have a sticker company. I make stickers, and I have a separate page for them on my Instagram. I'll link it down below. I don't really use it much, mainly because I haven't made any new designs. But these were for sort of like an Asian inspired collection, and I was just testing out, different styles, different types of cats, and the sticker actually ended up really, really good and really different from these. But yeah, if you want it, check it out. This This is Julian from the Arcana. It's a game, you can get it, it's fun. I stopped playing because I switched phones and so I lost all the progress, but I really like Julian. I like his character arc, I like his design. I actually really like how this drawing turned out. I really like the hair, I like the shadows. I like everything about this drawing. This is a concept for a drawing that I really want to do, but I never remember to do it. But it was slightly inspired by Taylor Swift's song, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. Because I have this idea of like a girl with the heart on her eye and the guy with the star and him dressed in blue and her in pink. And I don't know, but I really like just this concept of a hand floating and touching the stars and him with the star over his face, and it might not have anything to do with the actual song, but I quite like it. This was a sort of thumbnail for another drawing that's up on my Instagram, except I didn't end up putting the ring, because in order to put the ring, I would have to lower his face on the drawing, and it would look really weird, like it would just be like this up. So actually I just ended up doing a golden background, and it ended up really well, really good. This is another drawing of my OCs, Rivian and Meg, and I like it, but I don't like it. His face looks weird. I don't hate it, but could do better. This is another drawing of my OCs, the same ones, and I like this one much better. His face still looks weird, his hand looks weird, but I like it. I like that it was bold enough to try. And here's some Mitski lyrics at the top. This is another page where I started drawing a dog, and you can see like some pencil swatches and a bunch of color testing for a drawing I did that's up on my Instagram, and another drawing that I did that's up on my Instagram. Just a bunch of color swatches and some writing ideas, and you get the gist. This next drawing was actually a drawing I did for class, and it looks really good. Like up close it doesn't look really good, but from afar it looks really good, and I actually really like it, and so did my teacher, and as much as I hate roses, I quite like this drawing. Now here is my Copic color sheet, because I had an actual Copic color sheet that I printed out on my favorite paper, which is the Winsor Newton marker paper. It's not marker paper, it's just like smooth. The smoothest paper they have, the thickest as well, and I lost that somehow, I don't know. And so I decided to do one at the back of one of my sketchbooks so I would never lose it. So you can see what Copic colors I have. These are the swatches of the gold paints. And I think, oh wait. And this is, oh, it's like you can see some math being done here. But more Copic colors. I have quite a few. And that brings us to the end of this sketchbook and this video. But fear not, for I have a second sketchbook to show you. But I guess you'll just have to wait for that one, which it's either coming soon or next week. Really depends on how much self-control I have not to release the video. But yeah, if you liked the video, you know the drill. If you didn't, you also know the drill. And I will see you next time.